That's all she wrote. Welcome back to Play on Footy. My name's Bailey, and yeah, wow, what a game between the Port Adelaide Power and the Hawthorn Hawks. I mean, where do I begin? 3 points, the difference in the end. I am gobsmacked and I guess slightly annoyed that the Hawkball run has come to an end in 2024. Great game by both sides. It was a heavily competitive and hard-hitting game of football. To have Ken Hinley get his side up this week, especially after last week's 84-point deficit, to have the media hounding Ken, as they always do when things don't go right, sack Hinley, blah, 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 blah. He's come out, he said, cop this, guys. We're winners. We won by 3 points. And yeah, what a great game. I think the only thing that really I'm just, I guess, repeating in my mind right now is Marbio Chol for Hawthorn. I honestly thought he tonight was the biggest or weakest link in the chain of Hawkball. He was not competitive whatsoever. He had a couple of good sort of competitive stints, but nothing really outstanding. And just really didn't compete hard in the ruck. I know he's trying to help out Meek, but at the end of the day, I thought every other Hawthorn player wanted to win so bad, especially for Luke Brood's 300th game, and Marbio Chol just didn't hit it for me. He didn't, I guess, stand up when it mattered most, and tonight was one of those nights where really Hawthorn's accuracy was really top-notch. And I just thought that, out of the whole sort of game to play and fall apart from his point of view was sad. On Port's side of the fence, Jason Horne-Francis was huge. Did have a bit of a cramp or hamstring awareness in his left leg towards the back end of the game, the last quarter, about 10 minutes to go or 5 minutes to go, I think it was. Jace Burgoyne, massive game from him. And Logan Evans, I thought, did fantastically well. And then I thought Sweet did what he could, considering there's no Ivan Soldo. I mean, things haven't worked out for him or for the club this year, unfortunately for him. But then, yeah, I think throughout the whole night, you saw glimpses of Hawthorn trying to have a sniff. Nick Watson was fantastic, kicked 3 goals, I believe, and I think Ginnivan had 2-1, I think it was. 2 goals, 1. So, yeah, overall, I'd be gutted if I was a Hawthorn supporter, but I would have been equally as gutted if Port didn't win this game. And I think, to be completely frank and honest, I think if Ken didn't win this game, it would have been his last game for Port Adelaide, 100%. And I think his career, his future was on the line in this game, and the players knew that. And I think this is probably one of the greatest wins Port have produced. And then now on to next week. I don't think they're going to be winners next week, but I think the fact that they rebounded as well as that Port did, they should hold their heads very high, and I guess look forward to playing another week and surviving another week, I suppose. As for Hawthorn, they've got a massive trade period coming up. They've got Barras. They've also got Battle from Saints that they're looking at as well. So I think, all in all, as this is very disappointing for Hawks that they lost, I think the future is very bright, and they can only go up from here. And, it was exciting to see their brand of footy. And I enjoyed seeing Sicily move from the defensive half to the forward half. He unfortunately missed a dribble kick, which just, and then I think there was in the dying stages of minute 30, he just unfortunately hit the post. But it's just those little moments in finals that in a normal home and away game you could probably get away with, but because it's finals, every moment counts, and that's why it's so crucial. But overall, I thought, Sicily did play with his heart on his sleeve and really went hard at the football, defensively and offensively as well. Ginnivan did what he does. He kicked a couple, as I said, and he loves the theatre of football. Unfortunately for him, this time it backfires. His comment on Instagram saying, "See you in 14 days," won't come to fruition. So Port will be meeting Sydney Swans, and it's going to be an absolute battle, that one. I'm looking forward to it. I think Sydney will still win. But this game was simply a very good finals game, and I honestly think that next year Hawks will be as competitive as they were this year, if not even more competitive. And I would be scared coming up against Hawthorn next year. But yeah, Mubby Old Chol, he is honestly the biggest letdown tonight, sadly. And I just hope that, you know, he comes back bigger and better for him personally, to help with the Hawks, you know, now and into the future. But again, Port Adelaide did the very best they could, and they are the winners of tonight's game by 3 points. Please subscribe. I look forward to the next video. Have a great evening. See ya.